Well, good morning, everybody. How you doing? I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily. Except we haven't been here for a week.
Dailies, a whole week.
A week and a day, because yesterday it was Veterans Day, and we said thank you to all your veterans. But I was out at the Veterans Reverse Parade, they called it, and I was the MC. So if you ever anybody, I enjoyed it. So if anybody needs the MC, let me know.
Meaning you would do it?
Yes, I would do it. Yes, of course. Yeah. Everybody's like, man, it's like you've done that before. It's like, well, 10,000 hours of video and radio kind of does that. And being the president of Rotary for a year, running 63 meetings kind of gets you pretty easy to just talk.
It do.
All right, let's get to the stuff we have not talked about in a while, which is, thank God Trump won.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was worried.
You were worried
a little bit because everybody's talking, the other way. And go ahead.
No, keep going.
No, but that was it. I was just worried that it was going to go the other way and we wouldn't come back to center. I wanted the whole reason I wanted Trump to win is so the Democratic Party could potentially come back from how far it is
to the left.
From the left, because they are like, it's like England. England is, their right is so close to left. It's ridiculous. Yep. It's not in the middle right. It's anyway. So we don't want to be there because everybody talks about how bad it is in other countries. We wanted to fix this. Now we'll fix it. They'll relook at themselves and say, what did we do wrong? Well, we were so far ridiculously this way, and we're going to fix that.
Hopefully. And here's what we don't want to happen. So we got a Republican president, a Republican Senate, and a Republican House. Don't fuck this up.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little different this time.
Yeah.
The first time he actually said he didn't think he was going to win, and he had to put 10,000 people in place, and he relied on the wrong people.
Yep.
And he's already got a ton of his people in place right now. And I'm going to get to this, but since he became the president-elect, the market's taken off. You know that. Everybody knows how much it's went up. Mm-hmm. Well, that has a negative impact on the 10-year and the mortgage-backed securities right now.
Right.
And that's because they don't really know the policies that are going to happen, right? With the tariffs and all the other stuff and how that's going to affect things.
Right.
So we're going to probably see these rates until
for
next
a while.
year. Yeah. Until next year. You're slowing down.
I just kind of went away for there.
Did I?
A minute. You were talking, we could hear you, but you could not see your movements.
Really? I can't believe that.
I'm going to see what Bitcoin is doing right now. I understand it's going to be a big year for that.
Oh, it's already up 80, the highest it's ever been.
The small things connected to Bitcoin are definitely not up.
Well, the whole thing is that people are thinking things are going to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And we don't really know that. It's how the market reacts to things.
It is. So while we were on hiatus, and congratulations on renewing your vows.
Thank you. Yeah,
that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Had a great time in Vegas. Got there on Monday and left on Friday. Thank God. I mean, the first night I got in we got in on Monday, and I didn't get to bed till midnight because I saw Brian Galke. He was there for an event.
Oh, cool.
I was supposed to connect with Courtney the same night, but then Courtney's like, I totally forgot. I'm already in my onesie. I'm like, okay, well, tomorrow night at 7, I'm over at Cuts and Cocktails getting a shave and everything else for the wedding. Why don't you stop by over there? And so he was supposedly, of course, he was like, I didn't realize Tuesday was election night. Really? You didn't know Tuesday was election night? Yeah. Come on, Courtney.
That's something that was pretty ezy to forget.
Yeah.
November 5th. What is that night?
Oh, no, election night.
Yeah.
And which, it was nice, watching how it all felt, by 10 o'clock, like what's his name said on Gungfeld, that we would know what was happening. We pretty much did by then, California time, but it was I'm just glad it went that way so that we can all come back together. I know some people are upset, but they'll figure out this is a party for everybody now, and let's move forward with that.
Yeah.
All right. So I just want to talk inventory. So what they're saying is the housing market paused for elections last week, and be ready for more inventory later in November. And here's what I'm going to show you, because inventory is 721,576. That's a negative 14,142.
That's a big negative
as the end of last week. That just means people aren't putting their houses on the market. Hardly anything went pending. Everybody was focused on the election. Now the election's over. everybody's focused on the fact that the rate keeps going up instead of down, and everybody's going, what's going on? How come? Well, I think I already kind of said this, but it's all about the Trump tariffs. They're worried about costs and certain things, when in reality, the threat of the tariff is going to get that country to do what we want in the first place.
I believe so, said the wise man sitting here in front of this screen.
So why don't you show us California numbers for the end of last week, since we weren't here on Friday?
Yeah, let's see this.
See how high those numbers are.
Oh, they're not going to be. So look at that. 592 listings per day.
That's not bad.
Ending on November 9th. So that's right after the election.
We're right at 100. Normally we're 100 more than that a week.
Right. And in 497 closed a sale. I was one of those peoples. And 475 went into escrow. That's per day. That's not bad.
That's not bad. Well, I expect, because on average our closed sales been around 5 something.
Yeah.
So, but remember, closed sales, that means it was already going on. The pending sales slowed down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and good morning, Raylene and Ryan. Thanks to see you guys listening. What realtors did in the previous week, the 24.4%. So everything's a positive number.
Right.
Closed a sale, entered into escrow, or listed a property. So that means our next month should be fairly active. This month, meaning November. The rest of November should be fairly active. Yeah. These numbers are continuing to dwindle a little bit, although we see a spike on sales will be up. People are getting positive because of good things happening, I think. And, you near the end of the year, you're like, oh, I'm not going to work for the next 2 months anyway.
Really? I need to work.
I always do.
I need to work because I need money.
Well, my retirement is having a heart attack on the hood of my car as I write my last contract. There's my retirement.
Yeah.
9.8% say prices will be up. Of course, prices will be up.
Prices are going to go through the roof.
They're just going to go skyrocketing. Yeah. And if we don't think that we've gone skyrocketing already, they're just going to continue to go up and up and up. And I think listings will be up as well. I've got a listing appointment this morning myself. Yay.
All right. So that's it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to the
other
other
back,
stuff.
gents. Thank you, Michael. Good to be back.
Yes. Get a picture there, will you, Michael?
Yeah. We want to know who you is. So when we run into you at Save Mart.
Are you done with this?
Yeah.
Okay, drop it down.
I'm done.
There we go.
There.
All right. So looking at the things going forward, we're going to see that 25 is going to be supposedly amazing year because they're going to see a lot more people with money.
Yeah.
People are going to have more money because of certain things happening.
That means everybody.
Right.
That doesn't mean just a few. That means everybody will be making more money.
Yes. The small business Optimism index came out and increased by 2.2 points in October to 93.7, which was above the expectation of 91.9. I guarantee you next month that thing's going to be a 95 to 100.
Yeah.
One of the biggest issues still killing homeowners right now and killing deals is
insurance.
That is correct.
Yeah. And I didn't even read over there.
The sticker shock is causing home buyers to walk away, and it demands the reform. And, looking at everybody's intensifying that, hey, we need to reform this. I keep talking about the Trump tariffs only because it has a negative impact right now on home builders. They're talking about, if you look at this current proposal, include 10 to 20% tariff on all imports across the board, along with additional a tariff of 60% to 100% for products imported for China. On November 4th, he was talking about 25% tariffs on all Mexican goods if they don't stop bringing in, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But it's really not just like metal and stuff. It's really like garage doors, air conditioning units, dumpsters, all that stuff.
Well, what's the electrical component that we don't build over here anymore?
That would be the transformer.
Yeah, the transformer that we've been waiting months and months and months to get while doing big projects. Maybe we'll start building them over here again. I think we can.
Well, this is what somebody said in the world of the business. During Biden administration, my revenue dropped 21%. Costs have just gone up, and there's a shortage of workers. 5 years ago, interest rates were lower. Materials were a lot lower. For example, a sheet of plywood 4 years ago, OSB plywood was $9, and it's gotten up to $50
exactly.
a board.
Yeah.
The other positive thing is NAR has not lost many members.
No. And there was a little survey before that lawsuit was settled. And remember, we didn't lose. We just settled because it was so expensive to keep fighting it for year and year and year. Was what are we going to see? Are we going to see a huge drop in membership? And everybody thought no. There were a few people out there that thought, oh, yeah, these people, well, what do you need you for? Well, you still need code of ethics.
Those are the same 10% that are doing social media and telling you how bad they're the media people. And
and they were probably never a member before,
right? And we just found out the media lies to you. So,
what?
Yeah,
not in America.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why their podcast is going to be the place to be. It was cheap. Excuse me. If you look at what Harris spent, she spent $1 billion on the campaign. Trump spent $493 million. Total different numbers, and the media, she spent she gave Oprah $1 million to endorse her on this whole set that set she did for Who's My Daddy or whatever that show's called. They actually built a set at the location the president was vice president was at, instead of going to her set. And spent $100,000 plus to build that set out. They just wasted so much money. They're 27 million in the hole right now, negative. They're trying to raise money to cover that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. And so with all that, what I'm getting at is there's just so much money been spent with the new administration coming in. They're going to cut budget, cut people, get rid of things, make the government smaller. We're going to see that what we bring in for income is going to be enough to offset those numbers and get those deficits down, which is positive for the market, positive for everything next year. But nothing's going to happen until January 20th.
Yeah. I think less government's a good thing. Period.
It's always a good thing. Yeah. Because they just want your money.
My money, but I don't make no money.
So tomorrow is CPI, the Consumer Price Index, and mortgage applications. So we'll see where the inflation is.
Yeah.
Thursday is initial jobless claims and PPI, which is Producer Price Index, and those numbers should be down, but we don't know because we might see a spike in inflation.
Okay.
Because of the new administration to start, which is okay because eventually it will go down. So we're probably going to have 4 months of not amazing market, and then a change first part of next year.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see in the stock market that people are unsure of themselves right now because it's down a little bit. It's still pretty darn high, but it's down a little bit.
Yeah, but the 10-year's to 4.40.
I know.
Yeah.
Craziness.
So, I mean, are we going to get to 8% rates again? I don't know, but
it is a big possibility, don't you think? Everything's possible.
Everything's possible, but I mean, it's not going to stay there forever. We have a positive going forward to see where we're at, and until January 20th. There is going to be no understanding what's really happening because he's not in right now.
Yeah. The one thing that's not possible, and finally gave up trying to do it, and that's to levitate. I can't get off
I do it with wires.
Okay. I can't get off the ground.
I just try wires,
real
cables,
hard. I think it's a myth.
What was that guy's name? That showed levitating on TV.
Yeah. But that's an interesting trick. A lot of people
what's his name?
do that.
I can't think of his name.
He's
Blaine, not Blaine.
Yeah,
David Blaine,
something
like that,
or Blaine.
Yeah, whatever. He's actually got a show now in Vegas again.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
good for him. Did you go see it?
No, we didn't. We don't do shows.
Did you go to that speakeasy I sent you?
I couldn't get in. No, I didn't go to that one. We were supposed to go to the one at the cocktails and cuts, but the problem is SEMA was there the same time we were there, so they took over everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, private party in the back.
Yeah, kind of like when Remax comes to town.
Oh, this is worse because SEMA is huge. I'm not saying Remax isn't, but I'm just saying that was like we met, and when we went to the Grand Canyon.
That's
huge. We first went to Hoover Dam, and on the bus it was supposedly a comedy tour.
Okay.
Supposedly, because he wasn't that funny. Yeah, he wasn't that funny. We thought it'd be a funny thing, and then we went to the Hoover Dam first. Then we went to the Grand Canyon, and we took a helicopter ride down through the Grand Canyon.
What did you think of that? That looked like it was pretty cool.
Would have liked to see it longer, and the guy being more of a Vietnam vet flying the thing. Watch this, guys! But no, that didn't happen.
He didn't go upside down.
No. We heard that somebody did some crazy stuff. One of the, but not our guy. The guy was probably 19. I'm sure he was 25, but he looked,
Yeah, his grandpa served in Vietnam.
Yeah. Well, I just, so it was our, and to me, once I went down, like, oh, so it's a big crevice with water.
But it's a pretty crevice.
It wasn't pretty.
Pretty rocks.
The water was brown.
Yeah.
It was not pretty. it was okay.
After the snow, it'll be a little bit clearer.
Well, they're having a water shortage.
Yeah, I know.
And then, they need more water, like everywhere. We need less regulation, more water. We need to get rid of.
Quit flushing it out to the sea.
And it really irritates me because every time I got a drink, there was like, oh, here's your paper straw. I'm like, oh, that one turtle had a straw, but it's okay to kill tens of thousands of birds with these windmills, and the ones that are in the ocean cause the whales to not know where they're going and put themselves up on the beach and kill themselves. Many whales, but one turtle, one straw, change everything. Okay, I'm done bitching.
Okay. Well,
I want my regular straws back, people.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
What's tomorrow?
I don't know.
What's this guy dragging in front? You better be is he just going to drag it in front of your house?
Probably.
Get out there and yell at him.
I'm used to that.
Where that
idiots.
crap goes.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody have a fun Tuesday. Tuesday is the day to have the fun because it's not Wednesday and it's not Thursday. It's Tuesday. So you're going to have the fun.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I just made that up.
All right. Well, you can keep working on that.
Okay. I will.
All right. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll tell you what's going on with the CPI, PPI numbers this week. Don't wait. If you're looking for a house, find that house. Don't wait for rates to come down because it's going to take a little bit, and then eventually you'll be able to refinance.
Yeah, it's going to sound a little bit like we sounded in 23.
Date the rate,
marry the price.
Marry
the price. That's a better way to say it.
Marry the price.
Marry the price. Marry the price.
And then refinance later.
Because that's the one thing you can't change later.
Yeah, and it does work, but we don't know. Again, eventually we will get better. But it's going to take some time and some healing.
Who are we?
We are Real Estate Jerky Daily.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
Everybody, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you.
Peace out.
Bye.